Hello, my name is Adrian Stevens. In this video we're going to look at the Librivox Forum. You can find the Librivox Forum at forum.librivox.org, and the top page is split into documentation about Librivox, volunteering for reading and other things, and various discussion pages. Librivox really is an open source software equivalent for reading public domain books, where a number of different people can cooperate in creating a book reading. Everybody is a volunteer who's involved in this project, and there are a number of different roles involved. You'll see these roles referred to in the forum, so let me explain the roles. We have an administrator. Their job is to look after the running of the organisation and make sure that everything under the surface is running, like the backups and the servers, and people are admitted and whatever. I don't know what they do because they just do it. The meta coordinator is a role that ensures that books are assigned to book coordinators, and then that person looks after the book coordinator, provides them support and looks over their shoulder to give them advice if necessary. The book coordinator is the person who does the heavy lifting within a particular book, and they update something called the magic window, which we'll look at in a minute, which documents how a book is divided into sections or parts, and the status of those parts, their assignment to people, whether they've been recorded, whether they've been proof listened to, and whether the proof listen is okay. Then you've got the proof listener. This is like a proofreader in text. They do the obvious thing, they listen to the part and determine whether it needs changes or whether it's okay. A dedicated proof listener is somebody who has signed up to listen to all of the parts recorded in a particular book. If a project doesn't have a dedicated proof listener, then the book coordinator will prevail on multiple individuals, to listen to the recordings and to indicate whether they're okay or not. And then finally, of course, there's the reader role, which hopefully is you. Reading is great fun. You get to work with all of these people. You're working within a system that has been around for many years and has evolved to make the most use of everybody's talents, hence the different roles that we see on the screen at the moment. So let's have a look at some of the forum threads. New here, introduce yourself. This is a place where people can say, hello, it's me, and choosing one at random. And I'm recording this at the time of the COVID-19 outbreak, so obviously some people are talking about it. This is a great place to actually spend your time if you're stuck at home. You can do some recording and interact with other people via the forum. There's a thread where people share suggestions for books before they're actually put into the system. So, short story collection, Pandemics and Plagues. Yeah. New Projects Launchpad. This is where new projects are first posted, and like Dr. Doolittle's Circus. Let's have a look at this. And it starts out as a template, so you see here there's no magic window. Somebody's just getting this book ready. So if you want to be involved in this, you can watch this space, because you can expect that in a few days' time it will get launched. And then Readers Wanted. There are a number of Readers Wanted sections. So for instance, short works. This is a good place to start if you're a volunteer, because it's easier to record short parts and learn the technical aspects of recording or performance and editing. So having a look through here, there's a huge variety here. Pictorial Lives of the Saints, Kobzar of the Ukraine. The other thing to do is to look at the number of replies and of these things. Something without very many replies is probably a recent book, or it's something that doesn't interest many people. Frauds, Forgeries and Fake News Collection, that's an interesting one. Not many people involved in that. It's group, which means that multiple people can be involved. If you like poetry, then here's a poetry, 5 Nations. So I skipped over the role of the magic window, so let's look at some of the things that the post says, or the thread says. So there's something on the author or the dramatic work, and then instructions on how to claim parts. If you're new, you should read this and participate in a 1-minute test. There's a deadline, 1 to 2 months. If you claim a part and don't give it within a couple of months, the book coordinator will chase you up. Typically, people are a lot quicker than that. There's a link to where the text is. This is a public domain text. Everything we do here is public domain. So we can look down here at the various poems. If you want to record something, read the poem first, and then post in the forum to say that you want to participate. So we'll find an example of that. So I said, happy to read some of this, new to Kipling, please give me the next 5 unallocated poems. And then the book coordinator said, yes, I have sections 3 through 7. And then once you're done with your poems, recording them, again, this is not a video about that, I have other videos, you post them here along with their duration, which goes into the book catalogue. And then the proof listener will come along, and in this case, Rapunzelina has said proof listener OK for sections 1 to 7. In which case, the magic window will show that they are proof listen OK, which they are, and these were the poems that I recorded. Let's look at the other topics on the forum. Readers Found is for books that have been fully populated, so there's no point looking at these if you're looking for something to record, because they're all full up. Going Solo is for those that want to record a book by themselves, and the title should normally include the word solo, just so that you know that there's no point volunteering, because if we were to go and look into one of these, we would find that all of the sections have been assigned to a particular person. So this person still goes through the processes of dividing the book into sections, submitting the sections, and a separate proof listener will listen to those and indicate whether they're okay or not. So this is an example of the kind of thing that the proof listener does. Chapter 2, page 8, at a particular location, text says this, and what they heard was this. Listeners and Editors Wanted is a forum that is looking for editors, which you don't see many calls for editors because people generally like doing the editing, but people wanting listeners. The main use of this is the 1-minute test. So you'll see tests by a whole bunch of people. If it has 0 replies, then that has been posted and nobody's listened to it yet, or at least nobody's replied to it. This says that 10 people listened to it, but none of them wanted to reply. And then there are other projects, non-recording projects. There's a place to put the completed projects, and clearly there is a huge number of projects in there. And other discussion forums, other languages, I need help, suggestions, errors with issues, and anything not included in the above. So in this video I've introduced you to the forum. I've talked about the purpose of some of the threads and how to interact with the various topics. I hope you found it interesting. Goodbye.